Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's begin our discussion about quality. So quality primarily is very, very important in business especially, and you know this is the you see, without quality there is no success in business. There is no sustainability. When you do not have a good quality, you can never find customer loyalty. Customer loyalty is based on the product you make, the services you give. So this chapter is truly very, very important. I want your 100% attention. Plus, you need to read the whole chapter through book. Either you have a soft copy or hard copy. Managing quality is the chapter number 6. In this chapter, we start from Arnold Palmer Hospital. It is one of the hospital which follows the quality rules and follow the quality the way any hospital should be. Why quality is important for any hospital? Because the customer is not expecting any kind of negligence from the hospital, and patient especially expect the environment which really reduce the stress or anxiety of any disease, any sickness. This is very, very important. And specifically they deal in the child care services. So for the child, they have spent a lot of money and they have made a very, very pleasing environment, and it is very attractive to the patients. We will discuss about it. Quality and strategy is one of the agenda of our discussion. When we talk about the quality should be part of any company strategy. Any company strategy, quality must be part of it. We will be defining the quality. Quality has been defined by multiple scholars. Okay? So we will be discussing not all but few. Total quality management is a very, very important concept in which we talk about total quality. We don't talk about the quality in the particular function, the particular department, in the particular process. We talk about in the complete from the inception to the end customer, the dealing of the product. We talk about the quality, starting from the inception of the product, from the designing of the product to the consumption of the product. We talk about the total quality management. So whoever company, intermediary, company, partner are involved, they all must be part of the total quality management. Tools of TQM is very, very important for your exam. When we talk about the tools is basically ensure that the quality is being followed or not. So if you want to improve the quality in the services, in the production, you need to use the tools of total quality management. Tools of, write it down, it is a very, very important topic. There are 7 tools which we will be discussing. There are 7. All tools you must know by heart. Okay? Because I can give any of the tool and I will be giving numerical about it. Okay? So we will be solving numerical of total quality management. Tools. The role of inception. What is the concept of when you come up with the idea, when you start making the product? So it is very important. Sorry, the role of inspection. The role of inspection is when we talk about the complete manufacturing of the product, then we need to inspect it. We need to inspect the quality of it. We need to reduce the defect. And the best part of reducing the defect in any product is to improve your process. That is called Six Sigma. So we reduce the variability in the production. When there is no variability in production, so there is a little spending on the inspection. Otherwise, you will have to spend more on inspection. Inspection is when you properly investigate the finished good. Inspection is the proper investigation of the finished good, that it must be as per the specification. The functionality is as per the demand or as per the promise. So everything has to be checked in that way. So if you do not improve your process, then there will be more defects. When there are more defects, then what happens? You have to allocate a good amount for the quality department, quality assurance department. So quality assurance department or the quality cost and the number of defects would be increased if there is continuous variation in your process. So this is very important, that the process must not variate from the particular specification so that the number of defects are reduced. So we will be discussing in detail. I am just telling you these are the agenda. TQM in services, very important, as we are more dependent on the service industry nowadays. You might have known our GDP, in our GDP, services are contributing more and more with every passing year. So we need to understand that how TQM, total quality management, is applicable to this service. Next. So here I would like to show you. So you see in these 10 OM strategy, the managing quality is one of them. Do you remember that? Okay, managing quality is starting from the design of goods and services, managing quality, process strategy, location strategy, layout, human resource, supply chain, inventory, maintenance, scheduling. So design goods and services we have already done. Now we are talking about the managing quality. When we talk about the managing quality, we talk about this chapter. Next. Okay, the most important point, write it down. Managing quality provides a competitive advantage at Arnold Palmer Hospital. Managing quality provides a competitive advantage. So see, it can be your distinct advantage, which we already studied in the third chapter of ours. In the second chapter of ours, when we discussed second or fourth? Second. In the second chapter, in which we discuss about the comparative advantage. So you see, they are competing. They are competing through the quality. So the quality is basically give you the differentiation. Because your competitor may not be as giving the quality as you are giving. Standard of the quality may vary. For example, whenever you go to purchase any television, so you prefer Sony. Whenever you purchase any mobile, so you go for the Apple. Why? Because of their quality. The quality, when we talk about the quality, the brands come in our mind. So why? Because it's their comparative advantage. It is their comparative advantage. And when we talk about the Arnold Palmer Hospital, you see 7 million children. Arnold Palmer Hospital, named after its famous golfing benefactor, has touched the lives of over 7 million children and women and their families. So basically it's a maternity kind of hospital in which the babies are born. So you see 7 million children are born there. Okay, so they are giving the best services in US. Obviously it is a very critical service, and it is the quality management is very, very important, because the baby, when any baby is born, is very vulnerable to the environment. So this is very, very tricky part, and you see there are very few hospitals who gives you a best care. So Arnold Palmer, show everyone this picture. You see this kind of environment they have created. For children, they have made the special design of their hospital. So it's a very huge. So actually, your point is correct, but in this hospital, not only newborn babies come. Okay, they are, you see, another baby is there. Obviously, this is not a newborn. So the hospital is giving a very good environment, and obviously newborn babies plus the child specialists are over there. So when the child specialist, the child care is there, neonatal care is there, the child ICU is there, then any age group of children are there. So when we talk about the different age group, you see it's a great environment for children, and they are giving a very appeasing environment, and child loves to be in this hospital. And plus they are giving the quality services. They are not only giving the environment, very important to understand. They are not here to enjoy. They want services. So they are giving the best in class services. What they are doing, they are using 7 tools of quality. 7 tools of quality management. So we will be inshallah studying its case study in this chapter, in that how they use these 7 tools to improve their quality. Next. You see, this is the inventory section, and how they improved. They improved through the inventory is auto managed. The inventory is auto managed because there is emergency in the hospital, so you don't have to request anyone. Whenever you require, you just, like a vending machine, you just enter with your employee ID and you take out the medicine. Because when you go in any hospital, what I witnessed myself, when you go to any hospital, they ask you to pay this and go there and do that and this. So when there is a critical situation of any patient, you don't have much time. So in that case, they have made independent to the employees and nurses especially, that they can take out any emergency drug through their own ID. They don't have to request anyone, they just go and pick up. That's how they have reduced the time, plus the care is much better. Next, show this picture. So you see this kind of care they are having, and nurses are very well trained. The training is also part of the quality, training of the employees, training of the nurses. I won't take the name of hospital, but one of the famous hospital which gives a great care in our city, Karachi. So basically they are famous. Why? Because their nurses are very well trained, and few nurses are much more experienced than the doctor. So basically they go to the great extent. This is very, very much good, and they are very professional. They are qualified, educated. So basically doctors can rely on them, and they usually don't do mistakes. Why? Because they follow the procedure. Following the procedure is very, very important. Like whenever you go to any workshop, the mechanic should follow the procedure, but usually mechanics don't. When you go, they start working without even wearing any gloves, and they don't even protect the rest of the place. They start working. So there must be a protocol to start any work. So they know the protocol and they follow it. Because of following the protocol, the procedure, the chances of error, the chances of mistake is reduced. It's very important that everyone should follow the protocol, the procedure. So next, just in time, they have used, I can name few. Up. Okay, over here you see employee empowerment. They have empowered the employees. Very, very important. When we talk about the total quality management, the empowerment of employees is very important. When I pointed out, the inventory can be taken by any nurse without requesting anyone. So this is also an example of empowering employees. Whenever employees see a problem, they are trained to tackle that. So when they are responsible, they try to solve the problem by themselves. They don't delay it. But it requires the power. Obviously, you can accountable them, but you need to make them independent. You need to allow them that yes, you can take a decision. It's very, very important. Staff are empowered to give gifts to patients. Staff are empowered to give gifts to patients displeased with some aspect of service. You might have witnessed in the restaurants, it's now in a tradition in any good restaurant, whenever you go and you don't find anything pleasing, any dish which is not up to the mark, so you ask them, you tell them, you give the feedback, and they change the dish for you. Likewise, they can give you any gift. So this is the authority you can give. You empower the employees so that they can reduce the pain or the discomfort of the customer. Next is benchmarking. So benchmarking is what? When we talk about the benchmarking, we talk about the criteria, the standard. So benchmarking is improving the existing quality. For example, if you want to improve yourself, what would you do? You would benchmark any student of this class who is good at studies. You would say that I want to compete him. You might have heard in the podcast, Dr. Nadeem said that I benchmarked myself to the top student. That is why I grew more than the top student. I surpassed the performance. My performance was much better than the top student. Why? Because he benchmarked the top student. So whenever you you try to improve your baseline, you try to improve your standard, you improve. So, again, if you want to improve your learning, education, so what you would do? You would benchmark yourself with any student who is good at studies. Understood? So when you benchmark with a student who is good at studies, so you start competing with him. At how many assignments he has submitted, what is the quality of his assignment, what is his understanding about the topic. So you see, so now you are trying to improve yourself, try to work hard, try to study at home, try to solving the assignment just to compete that particular student. So that is the benchmarking. You benchmark yourself to competitor or to the services or to the product of anyone, like this. For example, Samsung can benchmark its mobile or its services, its product to the Apple. Okay? So actually the benchmarking has multiple types. One is the internal and the other is the external. So it can be the internal or the external. Internal is when we talk about within the class, it is internal. When we talk about the other than this class, it is external, or to other universities. When we talk about the other universities, you can benchmark yourself as well. Okay? So benchmarking is very important. So benchmarking really improves the standards. Your baseline is improved. Just in time is also followed in the hospital. Suppliers are delivered to Arnold Palmer or just in time basis. This keeps inventory costs low and keeps quality problems from hiding. Just in time is a very interesting concept. Just in time, I want your attention please. Just in time is a very important concept. It basically reduces the inventory you keep. You don't have to have the warehousing of the products you require. What you do, you call your supplier and you ask that I want this by tomorrow. And he has to make the product available by hook or by crook. So you only call to the supplier who are reliable and which are already in the system. You don't try to find by corner. Like, you already know the supplier, you just call him and he make the product available. So that's the reliability you must have so that you can follow the just in time. So when you follow the just in time, you don't have to keep the inventory at all. No backup. Why? Because you have a great reliance on the supplier. And the supplier must not be very far from where you are, your facilities. The supplier should not be. Supplier is in other country, in other city that can not fulfill your requirement timely. So you need to have the supplier close to your premises so that the product is available timely. Interestingly, when you go with a just-in-time, all the loopholes are there. For example, if you call late to the supplier, what will happen? If it is already agreed that the supplier would take 24 hours to make the product available, but you have called before 6 hours, so what will happen? The product will not be available. The product will not be available on time. So this will basically show everyone the problem that you called the supplier late. So this is a very interesting point. So there is no hiding of your mistake. Everything is, when you have inventory, no problem. You say, okay, bring from the inventory. I am late. So over here you don't have any margin. You cannot be late. You have to be on time so that the supplier provide the product on time. So this is very interesting, that you cannot be late. You have to be in time so that the supplier can provide you. Tools such as Pareto charts, these are 7 tools of total quality management. They use, the Arnold Palmer Hospital use the Pareto chart over here. Pareto chart is the 80-20 rule. Pareto is one of the economists who introduced the term, in which he talked about the 80% of your customer gives you 20% of the business. Sorry, 20% of the customer give you 80% of the business. So you need to focus on the 20% only. Instead of focusing on the 80%, you just focus on the 20% so that the 80% business would improve. So if you want to improve your business with a less resources, you go with the 80-20 rule. This is a low-hanging fruit. It is called the low-hanging fruit, because with spending less, you can get more. For example, what happened? I was part of the Uphone customer, postpaid customer, and I was given the services of the privileged customer. So one of the dedicated service provider called me that I am dedicated to you and to few others who are our valued customers. So whenever you have any trouble, challenge, you just have to call me. I'm just one call away. Why? Because they want to give the better services so that we can improve our calling or improve our business. For example, if I get the better services, what will happen? I will use the Uphone services more, or I might recommend to others. So that's how you spend less amount and get more. Okay? You spend less amount and get more. So they just dedicated few dedicated managers, and they give up very good services. So the satisfaction level of the few customers are great as compared to before. Previously, I used to go to the Uphone office. There's a long queue, and I got frustrated that why should I stand over here? The customer who is paying only, who is giving only the 100 rupees business per month, they are standing in the line with me, and I give 10,000 per month business. Why should I stand over? I never stand in the queue. You know, I always sat there, and I go to them. I am the postpaid customer. I am not going to stand over. So you see, you require the better services. You require the better service. Yes.
Sir, unfairness ही create करेगा बाकी
Yes. Exactly. देखिए, unfairness is as per the business you are giving. For example, whenever you call the KWSB that there is a water shortage in your area, what they ask you? Do you know what is their first question?
How are you?
After greetings, what is their first question? Their first question is, what is your customer number? And why is it so? Because they want to see that do you pay their bill regularly or not. If you do not pay the bill, they never entertain you. They say, sorry sir, we do not provide to the customers service to the one who never pay the bill. So what does that mean? It means if any customer is giving you a better business or loyal to you, then you must give the better services. There is no unfairness in that.
But sir, in business like hospitals, वहाँ पे तो आपको masses को cater करना होता है ना, तो वहाँ पे 20.
If you talk about the hospitals, so you see hospitals also entertain the patients who are on the panel. So when they are in the panel, their payment are very quick and in the bulk. For example, they can easily charge 1 million to any panel customer, but they cannot charge to the cash customer. Cash customer will not pay them 1 million very easily. sometime, 10 years, 20 years, that is something. But they are the regular customer. Every year they are giving the 1 million business. So you see, they are valued, your valued customer. That's how it is. So whenever your customer gives you a better business, so you provide the better services. So this is the concept of 80-20. That's how business runs actually. We can debate about it, okay, should it be run that way or not, but that's how the business runs. Either it is fair or not, that is a different debate, but that's how business runs. You always go with that, with the low hanging fruit. Okay? In the business, the outcome is very much important. If the outcome is low, then you don't go for that. You go for it.
ये जो businesses होते हैं अपने vision और mission में ये ऐड नहीं कर सकते कि quality provide करेंगे तमाम customers. ये अपने vision और mission में ऐड नहीं कर सकते. ये रह ही नहीं रहे, provide ही नहीं कर सकते. Discrimination हो जाती है ना सर.
Acha, it is not like that actually. 80-20 rule does not say that you do not give services, better services to the rest. It only says give more value to the 20% of the customer who are giving you more business. This is the concept. You are, I guess you are perceiving it wrongly. That do not overlook all the customers, let them go to hell and just focus on the few. This is not the case. Case is just give more value. Give more value.
सर जो ज़्यादा बिजनेस देगा ऑब्वियसली उसी से वो मीटर करेगा.
Give more value.
मनी टॉक सर.
No, it is not like money talk. You are keep confusing her. It is not like. It is just.
How a capitalist talks.
That you can say. Flowchart is basically tells you that what are the steps to achieve any services. How they make the flowchart to improve their services. That what are the steps the customer has to go through to complete the service. For example, if you want to have the X-ray, so what are the steps the customer would go through? So they try to reduce the steps so that they try to give the better service. Flowchart is tell you what are the steps to achieve any task. So this is one of the tool of 7 total quality management they use. Okay, I guess we have discussed a lot about the Arnold Palmer. Let's move ahead. Okay. So the culture of quality, write it down. The culture of quality is truly very important. Quality is a culture. Quality is a culture. Is a culture. Quality is a culture. A culture. So I guess Navira, it has answered your question. Okay, when we talk about the quality is a culture, it means for everyone. Culture is something which is practiced not in the documents, but it is practiced widespreadly in your whole organization by the bosses of yours, by the CEO of the company, by the director of the company, by everyone. So when everyone talks about the quality, so they are not discriminating to the particular customer. They are talking about the quality for everyone. So you see. So if you want to,
स्टूडेंट
में भी वही मेंशन है जो सबसे ज़्यादा हाईली क्वालिफाइड सर्विस है उसको ज़्यादा लाखों
हाँ,
सबसे ज़्यादा कमाते हैं वही बात.
high quality products and services are the most profitable. Yes. Okay. So when we talk about improving the operations, we talk about improving the quality. So improving the quality directly proportional to improving the operations. If you want to improve the operations of your company, of your product, services, then you must improve the quality. Remember.
सर वैसे फर्क पड़ता है अगर हम लोग फीचर्स बढ़ाते हैं चीज़ के तो क्वालिटी पे इम्पैक्ट तो पड़ता है लेकिन वो जेब पे भी तो भारी पड़ता है.
हाँ, this is
बजट फ्रेंडली है कि नहीं?
This is very important question, and this question has been asked by multiple students. Okay, sir, what are you talking about? Quality increase the cost. Actually, this is not the case. In the short run, yes, this is the case. But when you study as a case you can study in any company, that improve the quality and just closely have a look on the outcome you get. So you would be surprised to know that the quality really improves your revenue and reduce your cost, surprisingly. But it is difficult to comprehend actually. Intuitively it is correct. Okay, whenever you want to improve the quality, you need to invest. But this investment, what gives you? It gives you a great business, it reduces your cost. This is very important to understand. And you will be understanding after a while. Let me tell you more. Okay, move ahead. Okay, stop. So you see the quality helps firms increase sales and reduce costs, which I just discussed, both of which can increase profitability. So in both ways you increase your profitability. Aapka profit, you increase your profit. How come? When your cost is reduced, your profit is increased. And when your revenues increase, your profit is increased. When the more people are buying your product, obviously your profit are increased. This is also over here. Show this picture. Oh, stop. So how any organization follow the culture of quality? Very important, write it down. Understanding the principles of quality. Through understanding the principles of quality. What are the principles? Understanding the principles of quality and then engaging employees in the necessary activities. First you need to understand the principles of quality and then engaging employees to implement it. Principles of quality and then engage employees to attain it. Engaging employees to attain it. Ji. Achieve, attain. Acha, focus kar, focus. Okay, I need you to focus on this and make this diagram. It may come in your exam as well. No. Make on the page. Okay, let me explain it further. When we talk about the sales gain via quality, so it basically sales gain via improved response. Your response is quick. And how can you improve your response through quality improvement? Anyone would call me, let me know. How any company can improve its response through quality improvement. Very good. Excellent answer. Shabash.
सर प्राइसिंग ये वाला रहेगा सर कस्टमर के ऊपर प्राइसिंग रख के ऐसे
देखें कस्टमर रिस्पॉन्स इज व्हाट कस्टमर रिस्पॉन्स इज कस्टमर एक्सपेक्टेशन एंड हाउ डू यू नो द कस्टमर एक्सपेक्टेशन व्हेन यू गेट द फीडबैक फ्रॉम द कस्टमर्स. So in the total quality management and in the other tools, you keep taking the response of the customers, the feedback of the customer, and you implement it. You are never satisfied with the quality you have. You try to improve it. That is why we pointed out the benchmarking. Benchmarking is what? You always keep your benchmarking high, your standard high, so that you can improve yourself. So, improving response. Flexible pricing. How can you have the flexible pricing if you improve the quality? Very good. Very good. Or anyone else? Okay, when we talk about the flexible pricing is possible when we use the 80-20 rule. and we focus on the valued customer. When we focus on the valued customer, we give them premium quality services, premium quality goods, and charge accordingly. And for the rest of the customers, like I talked about the U-phone, so in that case, the prepaid customers. The prepaid customer are those who get the flexible pricing. Why flexible pricing? Because the companies keep focusing on the data to get to know about the 80-20. So the company knows that who are the 80% customers very well. Through that, the company knows who are the 80% customers who are getting our services. So through that, they use the flexible pricing so that their quality of the services are much better. And in another case, you see for the different specification, you can, for example, Mehran car, it used to be, it is not now. If you talk about 2 years back, 3 years back, whenever it was available. So you see the Mehran car is one of the example in which the company used the flexible pricing. Since the company is also making the Swift car at that time, and they also providing the Mehran. So you see the flexible pricing was there. And the reason was the quality, different quality they are providing. And how come the quality is as per the specification. As per the specification. We usually say it's a traditional word, iski quality achhi nahi hai. This product has no good quality. We usually say. Actually, it is a confusing sentence. What does that mean? Does it mean this product does not function well, or does this product give the function as per the specification or not? When we talk about the specification specifically, what does that mean? It means quality. So लिख लें अपने पास specification equals to quality. Specification equals to specification equals to quality. When we talk about the specification given by the product, it is called the quality of the product. So whatever the promise specification, the quality is there. If the promise specification is there, the quality is there. When the promise specification is not there, the quality is not there. For example, Mehran car does not provide you 220 or 240 speed. 120. They say it. So you cannot compare the Mehran car specification with the Honda Civic. Never. It has a different specification and the Honda Civic has different specification. Got it? So every product has different specification. So it has to fulfill its specification only. So when we say Mehran car has no good quality, it means it is not fulfilling its specification specifically. Got it? When we say Honda Civic has no good quality, it means it is not fulfilling its specification, whatever its specification is. Okay, very, very important to understand. Okay, improve reputation. It improves, your sales improves when your quality is improved. So your reputation is improved, your brand loyalty is improved, brand equity is improved, like Apple and Sony and other brands. Reduce cost. The other benefit you get is reducing cost. You reduce cost by increasing productivity. You increase productivity of your employees. Why? Because you are closely monitoring the outcome of every employee. How come? Because you are keep getting the feedback of customers, and the feedback of the customers is making every employee more productive than ever. In the quality management, you require the customer feedback. Always. So whenever you get the feedback, you implement it. When you implement it, the employees are challenged by their status quo. Whatever they are doing, they are not doing as per the requirement of the customer. So that's how you increase the productivity. You improve the process of making the product, it also increases the productivity. For example, you have purchased a machinery from Italy or any other country, and it is producing more than before. So you see, your capital investment is much more better, and your resources are better utilized. So you also improve the production, you also improve your services. So that also improves your productivity. You remember we studied productivity in the first chapter of ours. What are the things which improve the productivity? Ji, what are the things which improve the productivity?
Which improve productivity?
Yes. Iski? No, I am not talking about any particular case. I am talking about the productivity, specifically the numericals we did. How you labor is one of the factor. There are multiple factors of production which improve the productivity. So all factors are improved basically through quality. Most of the factors are improved. The labor is improved. Labor perform well. Okay? Technology is better and it is giving you more. The management is more involved because it is customer centric. When the management is customer centric, it is more productive basically. When it is more productive, the cost is reduced. Lower rework and scrap cost. Very, very important that there is no waste. No waste. Why? Because whatever you produce as per the requirement of the customer. So there is no customer complaint. There is no defective product. When there is no defective product, then you don't have to waste anything. Because the defective product is basically a waste. The quality problem is a waste. Would you buy any car which is not as per the specification? Would you buy? When you come to me that I want a car. So what if I say that the car I am about to provide you will not give you performance as per the specification? Would you buy that?
No, sir.
Simple. So it is a scrap. I will have to throw it away. Not possible. So you see, the scrap cost will be high because you will have to scrap more. Why? Because you do not work on the variability. When we improve the variability of the process, when there is no variation, so whatever you produce as per the requirement of the customer. So when you produce as per the requirement of the customer, there is no waste, there is no defect. Got it? Next is lower warranty cost. Lower warranty cost, what does that mean? It means when you buy any ordinary mobile, what happens? You must take care of the warranty you are getting. If you are buying any better mobile phone company phone, what do you go for? You never care about it because you don't find any problem in that. No one in the 1 year of using the product, you never find any problem. Why? Because the product quality is better. When the product quality is better, there is less maintenance. When there is less maintenance, there is reduced cost.
Yes, sir.
Got it? So you see, by improving quality, we gain a lot. I hope I have answered your question completely. This is a very, very important point. On this diagram, the whole chapter revolves actually.
Sir, is reduce cost directly proportional to productivity or not?
Yes, it is proportional. Because whenever you increase your productivity, your cost is reduced. For example, if any labor is producing 60 units in 8 hours, and the other labor is producing in the same time 80 units, so who is better?
80.
So obviously, if you are producing more, then you are more productive.
Sir, they are also charging more now. When the labor is charging more, from the 8 hours they are producing 80 units.
No, they charge only for hours.
According to
You are confusing. They charge only for hours. Yes. What happens whenever the Asian specifically work in the European and the American market? What happens to them? They are really irritated by the job. Do you know why? Taimur sahab, tawajjah. Do you know why? because they have to work more in the 8 hours. Over here, they work only for 4 hours. Over here, labor works only for 4 hours. Over there, they work for 8 hours. And the labor is not able to even sit for a while. Just a break of 15 minutes, precisely.
But do they pay them accordingly?
That's subjective. But actually, the standard of living is better there. For example, if someone is getting the labor pay, so he can afford many things. Basic necessities he can easily afford. Okay? Over here, the basic necessities are expensive. Okay? Vegetables, fruit, education, traveling, food, very, very expensive. Over there, it is not expensive. And the things which are expensive there, that can easily be get through the leasing it by any bank. And the banks give a very easy loan to anyone. So you don't find a discrepancy in the basic necessities of life. In fact, one of the vlogger talked about, okay, see, I am in England, and the mate who has came to me, who has come in this home to just wash the crockery, she has come in the better car of ours. Yes. She has come in the better car of ours. So you see, so the standard of living is much better, and this should be the way, because everyone has the right to have the basic necessities. So unfortunately, in the developing country, most of the people are deprived from the basic necessities. That should not happen. Actually, this is not the responsibility of a company only. This is the responsibility of the government as well. Government as well. Yes, because government has to control the prices. It is very difficult for government to control the prices if they are involved in the corruption, especially. If their governance is bad, they cannot control the prices. They do not have right to control that, because they require to accommodate the businessman to somehow. For example, if you have a dairy farm and if government say that you cannot sell more 1 kg milk more than 200 rupees, you cannot sell. So when would you listen to me? Listen to the government. When the government is providing you any kind of compensation, any facility, any benefit. If the government is not providing you anything, how can the government expect that you sell in as per the government set rate? This is very difficult. That happens. That is true, but actually that is the you can say no, that they don't count it. Actually, they don't count it. They don't count it. They say it. Why should they give the taxes? So it's a difficult, challenging situation. Anyway, so let's move ahead. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? So let me sum up this discussion of ours. We started with the quality. We talked about the quality. In that, we talked about the importance of quality. What is quality? To some extent, as I told you before, that there are multiple definitions. One of the definition I tried to tell you was the specification. The specification of the product is the quality of the product. Secondly, we talked about, I gave you the example of Arnold Hospital, which is providing one of the best maternity facilities and the child care services because of they are following the quality, all the principles of quality, and empowering their employees to follow that. Then I talked about this is a very important diagram, that how improved quality can improve the sales and reduce cost. That's we discussed. In the sales gain, we talked about the response, improved response, the pricing, the reputation. It all impact the sales. In the reduction of cost, we talked about the productivity, increased productivity. We talked about the lower rework or scrap cost and lower warranty cost. This is what we talked about. So basically improving the sales and reducing the cost, both increase the profit. Okay ji, thank you very much.